Right. We are charting the higher octave with my very special guest. We've been kind of planned this interview for a while now, and part of it's my fault too because I had to postpone. But we have a trio, who's actually two for now, but they are a trio band called Mercury's Antennae. I've got Drew Allen
Hello.
and
Mhm.
hello, and Eric Scheid. And Cindy is not with us, but you guys are a trio. But thank you for
Yeah,
joining me, and really a big thank you again for making this interview happen. I know we've been postponing it. It should have been like a few months ago when you guys release your, I think you guys released your album in March of the beginning of the year or something like that.
that's right.
Yeah,
March
yeah, yeah,
already for
yeah,
the spring equinox. Yeah.
yeah.
And we made the physical copies in July, so we sort of had a bit of a delayed release date for the physical CDs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I mean, it's never too late. I'm so glad that
Yeah.
I think it's the timing. Timing is just it's so appropriate. I mean, if timing, you know how it is, right? With the stars up there, if something
Oh,
is
for
not
sure.
if something is not aligned correctly, it just won't happen, or something will go wrong. And I really believe that something's just connect so well. But you're I've been a big fan of the your genre of music, and I'm always so grateful because people just don't realize how beautiful your music is, right?
Oh, thank you.
It really does take you in a trance-like state.
Perfect.
And I think I do have a lot of Neptune in me. So I have that
Mhm.
watery, dreamy state in
Mhm.
in in appreciating music that has that quality, ethereal quality, and watery based quality. It just makes
Mm.
Well,
so.
we are with two water signs and an air sign, so we make.
I figure, okay, so who's the water sign?
I think
Well,
we.
I'm Scorpio.
Okay, of course.
Yeah. Great. Of course, yeah. But
I have a Scorpio ascendant.
yeah.
I am
Um,
and Cindy's a Piscean,
mhm.
Oh, okay.
and I'm the only air sign in the band, and then
Okay.
on Aquarian, so rising Aquarian and descending and all of it.
Really?
Aquarian.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
know that. Okay.
Aquarian. Oh, okay. So you're Aquarian. You got two Aquarian in you? The moon and the ascendant and the sun.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh, then what's your moon?
I think it is Sagittarius,
Oh, okay. I'm a
Mhm.
Sagittarius sun, Scorpio ascendant and Taurus moon. So
but she's more of the astrologist, uh, LV Darkling. So she's the one that kind of helped do my chart and said,
who
"Oh,
who
Mm.
who's that?
Oh, his partner?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Wow,
Um,
okay, that's so cool. Yeah.
yeah.
So I have to ask, how did you come up with the name Mercury Antennae? Because
I
that's a
don't know. Eric, how did you?
I go, somebody must have a lot of mercury in them here.
uh, a cassette tape from my first band, Translucia, back in New York, and it was a cassette tape that I named of a bunch of demos and
Hmm.
messages from Mercury's Antenna, and I had this tape that I carry with me. The basis of that band passed away, and I went to his estate, as they say, to go through a few of his things, and I saw that he had this cassette tape, and so I took it as for just to hold memory. Well, when I
Hmm.
went to Cisco, I found this tape and thought this would be Mercury's Antenna. It would be a really awesome band name. And then if you go a little bit deeper in what Mercury stands for and the concept of an antenna and all that, kind of just put the two and two together and just thought,
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, Mercury is a very significant sign. It's a very significant sign to have with a group of musicians because if you can't connect, it's just not going to happen, right? You need that
Mhm.
connection to communicate.
but
So,
Mhm.
make things look girl in some ways in our process of making this kind of music too. So there's just a lot of like funny little like I think alignments that happen with just the astrological name alone. And then, if you kind of like get to know us a little bit, or as I speak now, as I know the other members of the band, it's a very like kind of like watery, swirly kind of like way we create music together, and experiences that aren't part of the normal band, one band's put together in the same city or town. A lot of different come together in far places to create something together.
Yeah. So, a lot of people are probably gonna wonder this. How did you guys form? How did you guys meet? I know you formed back in is it 2010? And or is it before that? You probably knew each other way before.
No, 2010. Yeah. Huh.
Oh yeah, I have.
May I, Eric?
Huh?
May I? Can I say? Okay. So I was living in San Francisco, actually Oakland at the time, and Eric was living in San Francisco too. And Love Spirals was playing a show,
Oh.
and I was there, and I like photography, so I'm photographing bands. So I was photographing the band, and Eric's noticed me photographing the band, but he recognized me from this Ascension. Is that right, Eric? Yeah. So so he came up to me after the show and he's like, "Hey, I really like your music, and would you ever want to work together on something?" And it was just such a perfect moment, because we kind of found ourselves appreciating already music together, being in this space together. And so that made me feel very open. And I just sort of said yes, for sure. Send me something. And so he was working with another musician at the time, but they sent me a four song demo. And I loved it. I really loved it, and we just started to work together quite quickly. Things happened quickly after that.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you guys were playing live shows before you actually made the first album?
Oh, good question. So our first show was at that what was it called? Red something? Yeah, I don't think our album was out.
Yeah, yeah, because Beneath the Serene was a few years after, right? Like 2016.
Yeah,
Album,
go for it, Eric. Yeah.
a previous album called Awaken Ghosts Inside, which was our debut album on Projekt Records.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, that came out. Okay,
Yeah.
like a few years later. Okay, yeah, yeah. So the two albums were Project. The guy,
Yep.
I think they have the EP. I think it said EP. That's Project, and then Benny, and then this third one. This is actually the third one now that you release. It's called Among the Black Trees. I love that title.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
And this is on Sett Records. Sett
Right.
Records.
That's the William Faith label.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Mm.
So, what is the inspiration behind this album, and how did you come up with the name and I love the reflecting skin. I love that one
That's
particularly.
that's a banger. So, Eric, did you name Among the Black Trees, the song? Did you name it? Did it come pre-named? I think so.
So, but it wasn't. Yeah, it did come in that way. I think
Or did Cindy? Or
it's the
yeah,
title.
it was
Yeah.
yeah, you. Okay.
And then you just added the lyrics based on what the title was, and then the deeper meaning of the whole. I think it kind of just like capsulates and then basically summarizes the whole album, the lyrics on that last song.
Yeah.
Well, I know we were talking once before the lyrics had been formed in my head. And it might have been you who started the topic, but it was Cindy who was talking about these terrible fires that had happened near Portland. And it was an arsonist, which just makes it so much even harder to sort of fathom. But she was saying, even though it's really hard and it's hard to believe this right now, the land is going to be regenerated and it's going to come back.
Mm. It's true.
enriched. And I was like, I mean, I think I just said that out loud and I kind of got like little, you know, something from that. And I was like, well, it's very evolved thing to say that you can see that already. And so that really helped me launch into the lyrics. Yeah.
So Drew, you write the lyrics, right? You're the lyricist.
Yeah. In this project I have written all the lyrics. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Uh,
So the basic themes. I like how you have the R word here: reflection, rebirth, and reconciliation. Right.
Mm.
Yeah. Can you explain that a little further on that those three themes? I know you have some connection to the fire situation that happened there, and that kind of give you the inspiration. But now, how does that relate to with regard to your personal you guys' personal connection to it?
those are some biggies, big themes.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, well, you mentioned reflection, and that sort of made me think of the single "Reflecting Skin," which you already had brought up. And for me, what that is about is the fact that we're all reflections of one another as human beings. So we've come into this space. We're now each a little part of each other, and so there's things that attract me to Erick because of, I don't know, who knows, things hidden in me, things in past lives, if you want to believe that. And then there's things in all people in all situations that I am either attracted to or kind of don't like.
Mm-hmm.
But those things are also in me. So it's very interesting to think about that, you know. So
Yeah,
that's one of the themes for me. Um,
yeah. And of course the rebirth, which is, I guess we all
yeah,
go through those process, right?
I think it's like
right.
really significant to like some of the central theme of the album, which is that something that had life that disintegrated or burned, or
Mm,
but that it always is. There's this concept that a little sprout out of the the black and ash, a little green sprout comes through, and there's this rebirth. And
Mhm.
that's like the underlining river theme of it is that there's this constant cyclic thing that happens in the various stages of life, in the physical world and the unseen world, and it also it can be also applied to how we see our own personal relationships with ourselves, which it could be really intimate to talk about in forms of art, and then our relationships to our relationships to our friends, kin, and family, or whatever, all our relationships,
mm.
Yeah,
and a cycle as well. And through all that, there are choices that are made through the rebirth. Is it
right, right.
born, or it will be reborn? How will it? How will
Yeah.
based its action?
No, so Drew, I know you live in Switzerland, right?
Yeah,
Currently. So you were in San Francisco. When did you move there?
12 years ago
Oh, 12 years
already.
ago. Wow.
Yeah, but I know, it's crazy. I've lived now here longer than I did in San Francisco, but I lived in San Francisco about 8 years. And yeah, so 12 years later, here I am.
And that's great that you guys still have a connection, and you connect even though it's really far
Yeah,
away.
I think it is challenging in some ways. When I first moved, I mean, having lived in San Francisco before, Erick and I could get together whenever we wanted. We even were roommates for about 9 months at one point. So there was an availability that was no longer there, which was, I think, hard. Um, but then we made it work for a few years. He moved to Portland pretty soon after that, And I was coming out once or twice a year pretty regularly, and we were touring the West Coast together. We added Cindy to the mix. Um, and then I think, especially with COVID, that just, oh,
Mm-hmm.
it was so, yeah, so heavy. Such a hard time for many people, isolating and um, even though, hmm, even though we could still connect, I think technically speaking, it was possible through computers and stuff. I just feel like a lot of people's relationships were really strained and yeah, there was some reflection going on also.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of left a hole in a negative sense. Maybe you could think of it as a hole, but it also left a space. It left a space for other things to happen. And I think Eric did a lot with Palace of Tears, for instance. I got really interested in like world folk music and was
Yeah,
fun
I heard
touring.
about that. Balkan music, right?
Yeah,
Good.
especially
Yeah,
Balkan
yeah.
music.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
you're a very well informed lady. No.
So I mean, how is that? I mean, are you doing that now currently in your side project?
Oh, it's I try. I mean, it's very nascent. I'm a complete beginner for sure.
Oh,
But it's I love it. I've always been attracted to that style of singing. I find it so otherworldly
uh-huh.
and incredible, and it just never occurred to me. It took me moving to Switzerland to realize, well, I can go to seminars on that. I can like study that kind of music. It never even occurred to me when I lived in San Francisco, which is a very multicultural place with lots of
Mm-hmm.
opportunity for all kinds of music. I just never thought, oh,
It
I
wasn't
can,
it wasn't the
yeah, I
timing.
can,
It wasn't
well,
timing.
timing.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the timing thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Georgian music too, right?
I am a freak about Georgian music. Yeah, I follow an American teacher who lives in Paris, actually, but he moved to basically he was in a Russian choir, and then he heard Georgian music for the first time, and he's like, "Oh, this is changing my life. I'm moving. I need to learn Georgian." And the only place he could do it was in France. So he's like, "Well, I guess I have to move to Paris and learn French also, so I can learn Georgian." And then 30 years later, or maybe more, he's one of the renowned Georgian singing teachers that there are. So whenever I can, I'm going to Georgian singing seminars. Sorry, I could talk
Well,
about that for a long time. You have to be like, stop, quit it, we're good. But
I mean, have you thought about incorporating that, maybe in one song or something, putting it
yeah,
in something with you guys? I don't know.
yeah, I have a side project, Mirabilis, that's just vocal. Oh, well, no, it's not just vocals, but it's a lot a cappella. And we did do a Bulgarian song once.
Oh yeah, yeah. You ever heard the Bulgarian voices from the 4AD label? I think it's the 4AD label.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen them a couple times. I saw them here a few years ago
Mhm.
at a club, just like a club, really. It was really astounding. Four of the ladies have a quartet. They are
Mhm.
playing here in Geneva, I think next month or in December. So I'll definitely go see that.
Wow,
Yeah,
I'm so lucky.
I love that.
Yeah, it's such
Yeah,
beautiful voices, those Bulgarian singers. Really
literally.
do.
Yeah.
And Eric, I know you're with the Palace of Tears, right? Also,
Mhm.
you have your own project as well.
Yep.
And this Ascension, you guys are still doing music for this Ascension, or is it kind of took a time off?
It's sort of just it's not dead, but it's not right now active. Yeah,
Oh.
so a couple years ago, we had a Zoom meeting like this, and we put together an idea of how we could get together again, and it's just people's lives, etc. Not It's
Hmm.
just not possible. But maybe someday. I'm happy with Mercury's ascension,
Oh yeah,
reascension.
yeah, 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 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's a lot easier with two or
when,
three people than six. So
yeah,
yeah.
when I had my radio show that I've had for 19, 20 years called A Feast
Wow.
of Friends, I used to play your music. This
Yeah.
Ascension, Faith in the Muse, the test
But
record, you know. Yeah,
yeah.
back in the day,
Mhm.
the early days of the whatever that was, the 90s. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it was just actually so meeting you guys is like, wow, I can't believe I used to play
Oh,
their
thank
music.
you. It's amazing to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
when I was living in upstate New York, I heard an album called "Walk Softly, Dream Lies Here" by this their record
Mm.
alternative record store, and I must have played that CD like for years straight, almost every day. It was like
Oh, Eric. Mhm.
Hmm.
And
really,
that's the album Cindy's on. Absolutely. Yeah.
So
later.
how did you guys meet? When did Cindy the trio?
I- I'm trying to think. I think, Eric, did we have a Portland show? And we're like, well, Cindy was already living in Portland, so we're like, she should do some songs with us,
Yeah,
Hmm.
we were already
basically.
dating because our first album was really basically very electronic with guitar,
Yeah.
and we thought how if we do more music, it's going to sound the same, or we wanted, and I always wanted to add a little more like we were contemplating a bass player, and
Mhm.
then you knew of, I mean, Drew knew of Cindy, and as we're playing a Portland show, and then I think I reached out, or you reached out, or we reached out through an email to play a few songs, and we sent
Yeah,
them.
I don't, yeah. But I think quite quickly, Eric came to the idea of wanting to make it a trio and having it be
That's great.
something more, something like to seal the deal, to have something really with permanence. And yeah, and I think it was really transformative for the band. I mean, it was
Hmm.
great before too. It was just kind of opened up a lot of possibilities for us, musically and also energetically.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
it's interesting to have three.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, three is great. So Cindy is the bass player, and then
yeah.
Eric, you play the guitar, and then Drew, you're the lead vocalist.
I sing, but Eric does a lot of other things too. He does all the programming, the
Oh.
keyboards. Yeah, so it's kind of multi-talented. Uh-huh.
And you know
Yeah.
what I've always wondered. So there's 9 tracks on this album, Among the Black Trees. If you wanna
Mhm.
find their music, you can go to Bandcamp, right? That would be the best
Yeah,
place
absolutely.
to find it.
Yeah.
So one of the songs is the seventh track is called As I Lay Hidden. What is Deer Island?
Well, Deerline is actually a park here in Portland.
Oh, okay. Okay. I always
It's
want to know these things, like, okay, so where is that? So I can go look it up. Uh,
this kind of megafauna story imagery kind of thing that I wrote about based on a walk in the park, so to speak, with
oh.
in my tea, you know what I mean? And so I wrote the music based on what I was hearing in my head the walk through the park that day. So, which is about a big, huge, giant megafauna deer hiding from big creature uh, predators, and it was just like this whole storyline that I wrote musically. But I gave the song to Drew, and then she just kind of made it into like a bigger theme with her lyrics and the way she sang it. It's one of the most beautiful songs that I ever heard Drew sing. Like,
Yeah, yeah, very beautiful. Yeah, the whole track. I mean, it's beautiful. Yeah, like I said, if you have a lot of water in your birth chart, you can totally relate. You're like, oh, you
Oh,
go with the flow, right? The dreamy kind of Neptunian.
she starts the song off with her vocals, her voice, and like I don't think there's any song on our work that she starts the song off as like an intro.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's funny.
it's
Ooh.
beautiful. Yeah, I wish I could sing like that. You like those ethereal kind of voices, just so beautiful.
Thank you. Eric's done a really nice remix of that that
Oh,
we
really?
Yeah, it's actually going to be on our next. Well, it's sort of like a single, but it's a maxi single, if that's still a thing. So there's 4 songs on it, and
Oh,
he's
so
done
it's an
a
EP?
remix.
Yeah.
Is it gonna
Well,
be
is
an
it an
EP?
EP? I mean, I don't know. It's
Uh-huh.
something between a single and an EP.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't
So when is that gonna be out?
question. It's almost ready.
Oh,
So
okay. So there's a remix of As I Lay Hidden,
yeah, and
and
then
then what is
there's
the other three?
go ahead, Eric.
You don't have to you don't have to tell me if it's not out
No,
yet.
no, we want
Okay,
to. I mean, it's perfect
okay.
timing,
All
actually.
right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to release the song "The Veil Opaque," but what we decided with this one is instead of having everyone buy the song again that's already on the album, I went and kind of did a remake-ish remix kind of or an altered version or version 2 of the song to release.
Hmm.
So when you hear it, it's going to be a little bit different than what the album is. It still keeps in tune and in touch with the original version, but it's just a little bit of a different kind of a mix. And
Oh
then
no,
we
I love those. I love remixes.
I love it too.
They make life so much more beautiful, you know. Imagine if you're listening to the same song, over and over again. There's no remix. When the remix comes out, it's like, whoa, especially on the dance floor, right? I
music
mean, that's that.
a version 2 of it, and so there's a few songs like that. So I kind of just took that theme that we've been working with and just made a second version of the song that just deviates a little bit, and so I feel like this version that everyone will hear is a little bit more swirly, but then the vocals are a little bit more front. Like I guess not like,
No,
but really just like in the forefront instead of being lost in a little bit more of the mix and the kind of the reverbs. And then we have 3 more songs that we added to it, and we
Well, Veil Opaque, and then he did another remix that's
oh,
super different. Magnifique. Eric. Well,
what is okay? So the
yeah,
veil
it's
opaque,
confusing.
as I lay hidden, and what's the other two?
Well, there's so Veil Opaque, an a version that's a single, but it's different than the album. And then another version of Veil Opaque that is super different. And
Oh,
then a remix of As I Lay Hidden.
yeah, and that
wow.
version of As I Lay Hidden is like an acoustic mix, which is basically
Oh, I love acoustic. Oh my
Hmm.
gosh, yeah, it's a bit more.
Yeah,
I love those too.
it's like
yeah.
Oh, can't wait. So when is that going to be out?
we're figuring we're working
Yeah, I don't want to overpromise, but
Yeah,
we
no,
were
no, no.
thinking of maybe by Bandcamp Friday, December. Is that possible, Eric? Yeah. So that's like
No, no,
beginning
no rush.
December.
Make it more
Yeah.
suspenseful. Don't rush it.
Oh, okay.
Do it when it comes out, when it's ready.
Well, he's also working on a video. So
Oh,
that
okay.
there'll be a real video for
Is it gonna be a video running on the on fog, just like the album cover? I love the album cover, by the way.
yeah.
oh wow, cool. That's
Was-
great.
So who took the photograph of that, or how is that? That's just an amazing picture.
Oh, well, um where did we find the photo? Eric did all the graphic design.
Oh yeah, it's
So he
beautiful.
treated the photos that we found that we found. I mean, we kind of, used wasn't AI or anything, but we got some images from. Did you take some
Yeah.
pictures too, Eric? Pardon me.
In the gorge here with in Oregon, and it just
Hmm.
treated them heavily through obviously Photoshop and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful picture. I would love to wake up and see that every single morning.
Right? You would never know because I edited it, but it's really looking down a dirt road and then the trees.
Hmm.
So
Among the just
Oh,
like the
perfect.
just like the among the black trees, right?
Mhm.
well, a lot of the photos that are on there are based on a hiking trip I took after the fires had died down, and I went
Mhm.
Oh,
all through the hills and the forest and saw all the devastation of the fires that it had. So a lot of the photos are from that.
oh, I see.
That
Oh,
were
wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's a
Mm.
beautiful cover, and it just totally like accentuates the beauty of the whole project.
Thank
But
you.
Mm.
well,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that EP or whatever you want to call it, the
Yeah.
remixes that's coming out.
Call it an EP. Yeah.
I'm
Heck
making
yeah.
my own title.
Yeah.
It's not even an EP, but well, whatever it
Mm.
may be, the
Yeah.
4 tracks. Who knows, right? It
Mm.
might be the beginning of something else.
Hmm. Interesting. Eric, we should have a discussion after. That's, I like how you think. Hmm.
Big shout out to UTM Music Group, Michelle, well,
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
got to talk about the label now. So tell me a little bit about Sett Records and how I know you, William Faith, of course, you guys know him, Faith in the Muse, and you guys have all been connected to, right,
Mm.
somehow. And um,
I don't know much about how William came up with Sett. I think it was just to be more, to have more say about his own music, to have
mhm.
more of a, because when you work with labels, and he's been signed to many different labels,
Oh yeah, yeah.
there's constrictions, and there are
Mhm.
some pluses and there's some minuses. And when you have when you have more freedom, more leeway with
Mhm.
certain things, then that's advantageous. And so he approached us, since we've been friends, all of us, with him for a long time. And
Uh-huh.
also it's Cindy's brother. I don't know if you knew that, but
Oh no, I didn't. Okay, now I do.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh.
Um, so I'll tell a funny story after this, but he approached us and Autumn,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I
and
actually interviewed them, Autumn.
yeah, yeah, we love them too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To sort of, be part of this collective. So yeah, it was great. Again, timing for us. We were on Projekt for a long time. We have
Oh
a really
yeah,
good
yeah.
relationship with them, but they're really moving to basically 100% ambient music, and
Mm-hmm.
Black Tape or Blue Girl, yeah. And so
Oh yeah, yeah.
totally get it. That's what works for them, I think, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, so this Ascension show, it was our first, no, it was our second show ever in LA. So 1989, maybe 1990. No, it was 89, I think. And we met William. We opened for his band, which at the time was Wreckage. And he
Okay.
just came up to us and was like, I love your music. I want to know you. I want to be allies with you. And it just,
Wow.
ever since that day, I'm paraphrasing, but it was like that. Ever since that day, William has had my back musically for how many years is that? Oh my gosh, 35 years? Wait, that can't
Yeah.
be right. 90, 10, yeah, 35 years. So,
Wow.
and he said, by the way, my sister plays bass, and we needed a bass player at the time. And so Cindy started in this Ascension when she was 19, I think, maybe 20. Gosh, I hope I'm
Wow.
right. Well, we were all quite young. Okay, let's just say that. Yeah, she was young because I was 20 in 1989. So, yeah, so we were young. We go way back. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I didn't know that. Okay, so I learned something new all the time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
If people want to check out your music, you can go to Bandcamp, and there's you can see the albums that you had in the past, and also the cover of a Leonard Cohen song. So that's great. I mean, do you guys? Why did you pick that song? Do you like? I mean, you must. I love Leonard Cohen. Yeah.
I do too. I feel like that is a music that just brings people together. Like he
Mm-hmm.
was almost, as my parents were a lot older than me, but he was almost the age of my parents, and it was something that like everybody can be like, oh. that song. I love that song. Oh, that song. I love that song. It's just something so relatable, but also beautiful and special. Um, I don't remember how we picked that song. Was it just that Suzanne suggested it, Eric?
I think it was a suggestion of that song, and then there was a version that you sent to me where
Uh,
that a band did of that song by the Chorus, right?
So we were gonna play in LA, and we invited Suzanne from Love Spirals Downwards to if we wanted to work on a song together. And we started to look at, well, what could we do? And she was going through Love Spirals Downward songs. We were trying to pick something. Then were like, oh, is there this Mortal Coil song we could do? And then she was said, how about this one? And she sent it
mm,
to us, and we were just like, oh my God, I can't wait to do that. I think that was kind of how it went, Eric.
yeah, and I
Can
love
you
a lot of
double
stuff in
check that for me? What do you think?
I would send a particular version that I think either Susan sent to you or you, Suzanne, um, thought about or whatever. And so then me and Cindy kind of constructed the music based on this particular version with like drums and bass and all that. Then we were able to kind of bring it down to LA to do the song, a duet with her on that.
Yeah, it was another thing that happened very fast. We were practicing in the car before the show with Suzanne, like for the first time.
Oh, really? Wow. Wow.
Mhm.
You know, I love doing interviews because then you find the real like things that are hidden that you didn't know about, right? You find you know, something to talk about
Yeah.
in a conversation. You know, like, did you
And,
know when you
and I find out things that I should know or should remember. I'm like, do I remember that? Am I remembering that right? So,
The song was going to be released as a duet, with both vocalists, but it just didn't work, live stuff. So we ended up just having the version as you hear, through Bandcamp,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
release it. Was it on the Cohen's passing or the anniversary?
Uh, it was after the anniversary. We tried to make it near. Oh,
Yeah, so he passed away. I remember when he passed away, it was in you know, I actually did a tribute to his whole music on the radio.
oh, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
It was because you know my favorite album is Songs of Love and Hate, and Famous
Mm,
Blue Raincoat is my favorite song by Leonard Cohen. If I had to pick one, it'll be that one, Famous Blue Raincoat.
yeah.
It's so dark and it tells a story. It's a storyline, you know. It's just so it's so heartfelt, you know.
I think what
We
drove Cohen is just his singing voice. He's just
Yeah,
got
the
yeah,
voice.
low,
we yeah.
you know, it really goes to.
Um, we tried to put the single out. What we were trying to think of is that it was near the fall equinox last year, and it was near what would have been his 90th birthday. That was the connection.
Oh.
Like, was it the anniversary of his death, or was it his birthday? So, do you
Mm.
know the Feroce singer Advor? She does a version of Famous Blue Raincoat. It's really great.
Oh, who?
Um,
Tell me
oh,
again.
well, she's called Advor, Eivo with the thingy R. She's from the Faroe Islands. She's really fantastic,
Oh,
and
really? Oh,
she
okay.
does Famous Blue Raincoat. I'll send you a link.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I love to hear different
want to hear
versions of the
that?
song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful song. I mean, it's just like it just gets your soul, you know.
Yeah.
But you guys do the same, and
Oh, thank you.
congratulations on the third album. It's called Among the Black Trees, and if people want to
Thank
find
you.
out, they can go to the there's a website for Sett Records, and of course your Bandcamp page, and I'll put both link on the bottom of the interview. And big shout out to William Faith. You know, everybody loves him. You know, I've interviewed so many bands who's connected to him.
Yeah.
And I also interviewed him, and of course, and I met him.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Yeah.
met him in San Francisco, in fact.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny. When
before
was that?
it's before the pandemic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It was in what's the name of that club? Yeah, they did. They were touring with it was Clan of Zymlocks.
Diamox, right?
It was that time. It was right before the pandemic. Like literally, like I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there was already like people were saying, "Oh, you know, people are getting sick," and then I went into the club and I'm like, "Oh my God, I hope I don't get sick."
Right.
And I go, "What am I doing in the club?" And I go, "Well, I'm gonna be here because I'm here," but I'm thinking
Yeah.
because I think people were already getting sick in Italy. People were
Mm-hmm.
dying already. It was the
Mm.
beginning of it, but it's not like I mean, people. I think people were disillusioned. You know, they weren't really in belief that what's going on, and it was that
Right.
time. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm glad I went, and yeah,
Yeah. I'm glad you could see that.
yeah. But anyway, but you know, congratulations. So what's in the future now? Do you guys have anything planned
Yeah.
besides the release of the remixes? Um, next album maybe coming soon. Okay. Yeah.
Well, the future's pretty open, I think, which is good. Feels good, you
Yeah.
know. I
Yeah.
mean, Eric was in New Orleans, and now he's back in Portland, and um, I don't know, I feel like everybody's lives are just sort of getting back in tune,
Hmm.
in sync or something. So being together this summer, it was the first time we were all together in about 6 years.
Oh.
Maybe, no, I think 6 years. Because it was
Uh-huh.
right before COVID also. It was 2019, I think, our last time we saw each other. So,
Yeah.
and that was really special. I think we just needed to have that
Hmm.
experience. And now we can figure out what to do next.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was extremely um, special to me, and it made me extremely hopeful for the future. Like it made me want to, I was ready to like make a plane reservation to come back. I really want to do more. Yeah.
Oh, you guys can visit each other, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
It is a bit far, so
well, you know, I would take advantage going to
yeah.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
Switzerland is beautiful, but yeah. Well, you know, thank you for taking the opportunity for being here. Thank you for the opportunity to. I'm so grateful to meet you guys and talk about this your project. And thank you. You know, I apologize again for the delay in getting this together, but I think it was all about timing.
Oh, thank you so much. It really means a lot to us that
Yeah.
we could finally get to talk with you.
Yeah. No, thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Mm.
So Mercury Antennae, and the album is out now. You can find it on their Bandcamp page and on Sett Records. There's also a website for that, and Among the Black Trees. That's a beautiful, beautiful title. Thank you. All about reflection, rebirth, and reconciliation, which is just the perfect R word, I guess,
Oh,
put together in
yeah.
one.
Well, thank
All
you
right.
too.
Yeah, thank you so much.